Explain the difference between hand tracking and gloves tracking input modality in simple terms and different use cases for each of them. Okay, so I think this is a question with regards to the simulation level in which you guys were taught about hand tracking on all those input systems. So, in brief, I can explain that hand tracking is pretty much done by using the infrared cameras of any type of mixed reality headset. Whereas when it comes to glove tracking, a glove tracking basically uses real physical gloves that you have to wear, and that glove itself will be used to kind of give return feedback to kind of simulate some particular experience. Now, in terms of creating more realism, the gloves tracking is much more better in terms of giving you that feedback from a virtual world compared to hand tracking. So the important feature that differentiates your glove tracking from your hand tracking is that your glove tracking is basically more accurate as it can give you kind of virtual feedback, like of maybe a vibration feedback when you hold something. And how it's able to do that is basically when the glove is created, right? The glove basically contains each individual point, individual sensors at each individual joint of your finger. So this is my finger at each different point at my finger. There'll be one sensor that will kind of stimulate a different kind of pressure or something like that. So for example, if maybe I'm grabbing an object with my hand in the virtual world, similarly using the gloves, it will kind of simulate a sense of pressure or maybe some vibration effect to kind of give you that real feeling that you're kind of grabbing an object. Even though you're not really doing it in the real world, it is kind of helping to simulate and kind of trick the mind as well as the body that you are doing something in the real world when in fact you actually are not. So that is where glove tracking is used, and hand tracking is just a different type of input system that lets you kind of navigate easily in your mixed reality headset. So maybe if you are kind of lazy or and so to give you perspective, a headset, you have your mixed reality headset and of course you have controllers with it. Similarly, there are mixed reality headsets that also come with hand tracking. Now if you don't want to use your controllers, you can definitely switch to the hands mode or the hand tracking mode, and without using any controllers or anything in your hand, just interact with the entire UI interface with just the hands. So as an example, in the samples of level 3, when you guys learned about the UX interaction tools, that is using hand tracking. And you can see that how you can interact with all the buttons and various different kinds of UI and UX elements, and to kind of make the entire interface more easier to interact with compared to holding a real life controller to interact with. So that is mainly the major difference between these two, and they kind of cater to do different sets of applications or use cases.